We all want to get rich quick, and there is a very simple way to do it utilizing real estate. But you just have to understand how rich is rich and how quick is quick. Follow along with me on this video and I will dissect that for you. With over 20 years in the construction and renovation space, and someone who's worked on dozens and dozens of houses and flipped houses and done single family to duplex conversions and worked on large projects and developments as well. I have seen it time and time again. Doesn't matter if you're a big developer or a single homeowner. This concept of wanting to get rich quick has always existed. But it's all in the thinking and how you're looking at it on if you think that you're actually successful and being profitable at it and at the level that you should be. Yes, there are many ways to get rich quick. There are many ways to buy a house and flip it and make money real quick, depending on how you buy the property, what the price is, and exactly how the market is at the time. But the fact is, if you properly assess, plan, and execute your renovations, and you don't over renovate if the profit isn't there, then you will guaranteed always make money on the exit. And if you repeat that enough times, you will be rich. Again, though, you have to ask yourself, how rich is rich? $50,000 a year for some people is rich. $500,000 a year for some people is rich. And then there's others that want to make millions and millions a year to consider themselves rich. But if you don't do the fundamentals, if you don't follow what winners from the past have done, and this is the biggest thing I always see, people aren't following the systems that already exist. There are so many ways that people have made money in real estate investing. You can flip land, you can flip houses, you can do buy and hold, you can build those big apartment buildings. And every single one of those systems works. Every single one of those systems will get you profits. Every one of those systems has the ability to make you rich quick. But you have to make sure you're following those systems. You have to make sure you're putting those fail-safes in place. You have to make sure that you have the right people in place. You have to make sure that you're in the right mindset to make sure that that gets achieved, to make sure that it happens for you. So what do? You pick a system that you enjoy. Short-term rentals, long-term buy and holds, short-term flips. That's something I always did. And then from there you start assessing what the area dictates. So what kind of renovations can you do for the area that you're looking to invest in? And from there, who your target buyer is, and then also looking at the current market state to see, is it even worth doing it at this time? And always making sure that you do have alternate ways out of a project in case something does happen. So sometimes if the market does shift, then you may end up having to hold the property a little longer. But the thing is, in almost every single case, if you've properly assessed, if you've properly planned, if you've properly executed, you will exit how you want to, because you've done your due diligence, you've followed the systems, you've made sure that you're going to win on your exit. One house, $2,500 hardwood floor. That gave me a profit of over $10,000 just in that floor alone. Finished off the basement, $20,000 basement, added about $30,000 to the house value. That's an extra $10,000 in my pocket. Built the deck out back, built the patio, widened the driveway. Another $3,000-4,000, added another $10,000 to the property. As you can see, you start stacking up those wins because you've done your due diligence, you've seen what people want in that area, you've seen what's attractive, and with that, you're gonna profit on the exit. But the biggest thing is to make sure that you're not over renovating. If the property doesn't dictate it, if the situation doesn't dictate it, if the market doesn't dictate it, that's where it comes in at the beginning when you're assessing, before you start actually planning on what you're gonna do. I see this a lot, and people think just because you put granite countertops into a property or quartz or any solid surface that you're going to get that money back out of it. But here's the thing, not everybody wants that solid surface countertop. not every house is meant to have that solid surface countertop. Let me explain. If you have a student rental property, if they break that countertop, if they put a pot on top of it, something hot, if there's any issues, you now have a $5,000 countertop that you have to replace. It's also very tedious to break out a solid surface countertop that's been epoxied or glued or caulked into place. It's also very heavy, so when you have to take it to the dump, it costs a lot more. Think about, though, your laminate wood countertop. Easy to unscrew, easy to install, comes in smaller pieces usually, also very light and easy to replace. So in that situation, you can actually reduce future frustration from a homeowner and probably still make the same amount of money on your exit by going with a countertop that's half the price. So think about that. Think about when you're buying that property, that you're assessing it, that you're planning for the future, that you're executing it with precision, that you're following along to the systems that those before you that have won have done. If you do that, you're guaranteed to live a happy life because you built better, you built it right the first time, you followed those systems. You're going to win on your exit, and that's how you always be a pro.